Beyond acknowledging what makes it hard to regulate emotions, we are going to cover a model of emotions, their characteristics, their components, and primary and secondary emotions. The whole point of having skills is to be good at things that can otherwise be difficult. Emotions have components. They are interrelated and influence each other. Although an emotion can be thought of as a complete and transactional systemic response to external or internal events, they can also be helpful to examine each component separately. Because there are several components, it's important to realize that if you change one component, the entire system has an opportunity to change. Basic emotions are universal. These are the emotions that we mentioned in the last lesson: anger, disgust, fear, guilt, joy, jealousy, envy, sadness, shame, and love, and two more, though this isn't totally agreed upon: interest and surprise. People are born with the ability and biological readiness to feel these 10 to 12 emotions, which are considered basic emotions. Others are learned and are usually a combination of the basic emotions. There are components to an emotion. These are prompting events, vulnerability factors, biological changes, experiences, expressions, actions, emotion, names, and after effect. The fourth component of emotions is vulnerability factors. These are conditions or events that make an individual very sensitive to prompting events, more likely to make emotional interpretations, and more biologically reactive to specific events. These events could happen right before the prompting event, or they could be in the distant past. Events in the near past can make us vulnerable. If you haven't had enough sleep, didn't eat lunch, don't feel well, or you're drinking or using drugs, you're likely to be more vulnerable to emotions than at other times. If you're rejected by one person and then rejected by another, you may have a stronger reaction to the second rejection. Events from the distant past can make us vulnerable to the present. This is particularly true if you have not processed or resolved the prior events. This is common when people realize they are reacting to people in their current life the way they used to react to their parents, let's say. When a person has post-traumatic stress disorder, they often respond to even small events that are associated with the traumatic event as if the trauma is happening again. When vulnerability factors change, emotions can change. If you reduce current vulnerability factors like abstaining from drugs and alcohol, getting appropriate sleep, meeting your nutritional needs, your emotions will likely change. You can also increase resiliency factors in other ways, such as using strategies to desensitize yourself to cues linked to past events.